I need you to stop for a second and think about last week. Actually, think about it. Can you remember, like specifically, not in this vague, oh, I was busy way? Actually, what did you do? What did you accomplish? What did you spend your time on? If you're like most people, you probably remember a few things: a meeting, a deadline, maybe hanging out with someone. But most of it, it's just gone. 7 entire days that disappeared, and you can't really account for where they went. You're going to wake up 6 months from now and think, wait, where did the year go? And you won't have an answer. This is the thing I wish someone had grabbed me by the shoulders and explained when I was younger. Time is the only resource that actually matters, and you're hemorrhaging it. And I know how this sounds. I know manage your time is the most boring cliche advice in the world. Every productivity guru says it. Every self-help book says it. Your parents probably said it. But I'm not talking about productivity. I'm not talking about cramming more tasks into your day or waking up at 5 a.m. and optimizing your morning routine. I'm talking about something more fundamental. You need to know where your time is going, and you need to make sure it's going somewhere you actually want it to go. Let me tell you what I see all the time. People in their mid-20s, late 20s who are stressed and overwhelmed and constantly busy, always running late. And then you look at what they're actually doing with their time and it doesn't add up. They'll say they don't have time to work out, but they spend 2 hours a night scrolling TikTok. They'll say they don't have time to read, but they watch 3 hours of YouTube videos. They'll say they don't have time to work on their goals, but they binge an entire season of a show in 2 days. And I'm not judging this. That's not the point. The point is, you have the time. You just don't know where it's going. You think you're busy, and you are busy. But busy doing what? Busy scrolling and consuming? Or busy building something that actually matters to you? There's a quote from Seneca, who was an ancient Roman philosopher, who wrote this like 2,000 years ago. And he said, "It's not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it." And that hits different when you actually think about it. Here's what I wish I'd understood earlier. Time management isn't about doing more. It's about doing what matters. And to do what matters, you first have to figure out what actually genuinely matters to you when you're honest with yourself. So let me ask you, if you could design your ideal week, a week where you felt fulfilled, where you were working toward things that actually matter to you, what would you be doing? Not in some fantasy, I am rich and don't have to work way, just realistically. What would you be spending your time on? Would you be creating something, learning something, building something, developing a skill? Write it down. What would your ideal week look like? Now compare that to your actual week, the week you just lived. How much of your time went toward those things? 10%, 5, 0? That gap between how you want to spend your time and how you actually spend your time, that's the problem. And you can't fix it with discipline alone. You can't willpower your way into better time management. You need a system, and I am going to share this system that changed everything for me with you. Step 1, track your time for 1 week. You cannot manage what you don't measure. That's just a fact. So for 7 days, track where your time actually goes. There are apps for this. Or just use your phone's screen time feature and a notebook. Every evening, write down what you did that day. Be honest, don't judge yourself, just document it, whatever it is, just track it. And I'm warning you right now, this is going to be uncomfortable because you're going to see very clearly how much time you're losing to things that don't matter to you. You're going to see that you spent 14 hours this week on TikTok, or that you said you didn't have time to work on your side project, but you had 5 hours of time that just disappeared into nothing. That discomfort is good. That's the wake-up call. Step 2. Identify your time thieves. After you track your time for a week, you're going to see patterns. There are going to be certain activities that eat massive amounts of your time without giving you anything in return. I call these time thieves. For most people, it's social media. For some people, it's Netflix or YouTube. For others, it's pointless meetings or checking email constantly or saying yes to things they don't actually want to do. Whatever it is for you, identify it. Look at it clearly and then ask yourself, is this how I want to spend my life? Not, is this bad? Just, is this actually what I want? Because the thing is, if scrolling for 2 hours every night genuinely makes you happy and fulfilled, then fine, keep doing it. I'm not here to tell you how to live. But if you're scrolling for 2 hours and then feeling empty and wondering where your time went, that's the problem. That's what needs to change. Step 3, design your ideal week. Now that you know where your time is going, you can start redirecting it. Take out a calendar or a piece of paper, draw out a week, Monday through Sunday, block out the non-negotiables first: sleep, work, basic life maintenance. Now look at what's left. That's your discretionary time, the time you actually control. How do you want to spend it? Not how you think you should spend it. How do you actually want to spend it? Maybe you want 3 hours a week to work on a creative project, block it. Maybe you want 4 workouts a week, block it. The key is be specific. Don't just say, I want to work out more. Say, Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 7 a.m., I'm going to the gym for 1 hour. Specificity removes decision fatigue. Step 4, protect your time like it's your most valuable possession, because it is. This is the step where most people fail. They design the ideal week, they have the plan, and then someone asks them to do something, and they just say yes. Hey, want to hang out Tuesday night? And instead of saying, I can't Tuesday, but I'm free Thursday, you just abandon your plan. You give away the time you blocked for yourself, or you get to Monday at 7 a.m. and you're tired and you think, I'll just skip today and go tomorrow. And then tomorrow comes and you do the same thing. This is where you have to be ruthless. Your time is not unlimited. Every yes to something is a no to something else. When you say yes to scrolling for an hour, you're saying no to working on your project. And that's fine if it's a conscious choice. If you genuinely decide that hanging out is more important than what you had planned, but most of the time it's not a conscious choice. It's just default behavior. It's just the path of least resistance. So you need to protect your time. Actually protect it. That means saying no to things. A lot of things. It means being selfish with your time. Because if you're not selfish with it, everyone else will take it from you. And this is the part nobody really prepares you for. Saying no to people feels bad. Especially when it's people you care about. You feel guilty, you feel like you're being rude or selfish or like you're choosing work over people. But think about it this way. Every person who is doing something meaningful with their life had to make that same uncomfortable call at some point. They had to choose their time over someone else's comfort. Not every time, not with every person, but enough times that it actually added up to something. Saying no isn't cold, it's just honest. It means you know what you're building and you're taking it seriously. So here's what I need you to do today. Track your time for the next 7 days. Just pay attention to where it goes. At the end of the week, look at the data, see where your time is actually going versus where you want it to go. Then design your ideal week. Block out time for the things that actually matter to you. And then, this is the hard part, protect that time. Say no to the things that would steal it. Show up for the blocks you created even when you don't feel like it. Do this for a month, just 1 month. And I promise you, you will feel different. You'll feel more in control, more intentional, less like you're drowning in busyness and more like you're actually building something. I'm begging you to do this because I know what happens if you don't. You drift for years. You stay busy, but you don't build anything. You always feel behind. And then one day you're 30 or 35 or 40 and you look back at your 20s and think, what did I even do with all that time? And you won't have an answer because you never learned how to manage it. You just let it pass. So please, please manage it.